Hey Aries, this is your general monthly reading for July 2018. Let's get started. Aries, Aries, Aries. I am a fellow Aries myself, so it will be quite easy to channel your energy. So this is a big month for everyone. There's going to be 3 eclipses and 5 retrogrades. I think it's 5. A lot of retrogrades. A lot of it are the outer moving planets. So thinking about our future, thinking about the big picture, something long term, something that is long lasting. Anxiety, but also a strange stillness. Okay, let's do this. I think there's been a desire always to rush ahead, especially because you have so many great ideas that you just want to go. You're just like, all right, I'm ready. Let's do this. Like, it's time. Eclipses are coming. The portals are opening. I think it's going to be a great time to start. I think I know what I'm doing. Like, let's just go. And things just keep happening that make you stop and rethink. Okay. Nothing substantial. But it's making you stop and rethink, and we don't really like that sometimes. Well, most of the time. But taking our time will pay off. Great. Plus, we don't really have a choice this month because our ruling planet, Mars, is retrograde. But I think that's why there's been a lot of back and forth, a lot of like, I want to go, and then, stuff that keeps happening. But again, that stillness, I think it's because it's in Aquarius. Excuse me, I need my water, hold on. Okay. Oh. This allergy season is awful. My throat is like so dry. And my nose. Ugh. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah, Mars retrograde in Aquarius. That's our 11th house. So projects that you might be working on with people will feel like it's at a standstill. Things aren't really moving forward the way that you would like. But at the same time, it's forcing you to stop and think about the things that aren't working for you. Retrogrades are really important. People freak out during retrogrades, which is a whole nother video. But people freak out during retrogrades and they don't really stop and think. It's an opportunity to stop and think. And with 5 planets going retrograde at the same time, along with these eclipses happening back to back to back, it's like the universe is just like, you need to chill. It's coming, but you need to chill. Just for a little bit. And then you need to get going again. But you have to think about what does not serve you anymore, personally or professionally. Because once you block out all the BS, you can move on. You can go ahead. I think in the beginning of the month, you are going to feel very stagnant. You do have all these ideas. You have all of the creative processes ready to go, and yet it still feels heavy. You know you can do it, but I feel like it's just something that is, you're discovering that it's a lot more than what you expect it to be. Or you're going to have to sacrifice some things that you weren't expecting to sacrifice. Mid-month, I think your luck will change. Things will start moving, but again, the eclipses are happening. So this Friday, actually, Friday the 13th, is the first solar eclipse. And it's going to be happening in our fourth house. So things that are deep rooted coming back up just to be cleansed. And I think part of that is also part of the blockage. I think whatever you're resisting to deal with, maybe it's something in regards to your family or your home, that's going to come back up and you're going to have to deal with it. You're going to have to let go of some things, let go of some ideas, some emotional patterns, anything that has to do with where you come from and your roots. That's going to play a big part during this eclipse. I'm so sorry, I keep coughing. Okay. Mid-month, back to that, you will start feeling better. But again, towards the end, there's going to be a lunar eclipse. I guess it's like towards, yeah, that's the end. It's on the 27th. And that is going to meet up with our Mars retrograde. So, oh gosh. Yeah, that is going to meet up with our Mars retrograde. So, our friends, our community, the spaces that we integrate ourselves with, the people that we integrate ourselves with, who do you want to work with? Now's the time to think about, or I guess on the 27th, or leading up to then, I don't know. It's whatever. What is time, you know? So start thinking about who you really want to work with. The projects that you have in mind, you are going to need help. You can't do it by yourself. Not that you can't, but this time around, you need to ask people for help. Aries have a tendency, and again, I'm an Aries, so I get to say this, but we have a tendency to just be like, fuck it, I can do it on by myself, on my own. I don't need people. I can do this by myself. But sometimes you need other people. That's a heavy coin. You gotta consolidate. You gotta work together. Really think about what you want to let go of, what you need to sacrifice in order for you to be able to get the big, heavy coin with other people. And then towards the end of the month, leading into the third eclipse, but around this time is when the final full eclipse, full eclipse. It's a full moon, but it's a solar eclipse on August 11th, and that's going to be in, thankfully, our fellow fire house, the fifth house. So our creativity, our playfulness, us shining kids, everything is going to work out. It's just, we're going to have to look at it again for, a few times. What is it that we really stand for? We got to think about it. Because sometimes our values change. Uranus is in Taurus. It did just move into Taurus, and now it's slowly starting to really vibrate with Taurus. So what is it that you stand for? You got to think about it. You got to prioritize that now. Is it your independence? Is it teamwork? Is it money? Is it emotional fulfillment? I think it's money. But with that comes emotional fulfillment. I think it has a lot to do with money because all of the retrogrades right now are happening in your top half of your chart. So your public persona, your public image, what is it that you bring? What is it that you contribute to society, to the world? Saturn and Pluto are retrograde in your 10th house. King of Pentacles. Pentacle stuff. The money is there. You just gotta work with people. You have to believe in yourself. You have to go with the flow the next couple months because it's gonna be a lot. So I think at the beginning of the month, you know exactly what you want, but you also know exactly what you don't want to deal with. So whatever it is that you're trying to avoid, I would tackle that head on first, because that's going to be the first thing that is blocking you from all of this. So think about what it is that you need to confront within yourself and go after it. Be like, why is it do I feel this way? Why do I not trust people? Why do I feel like I can't ever do something that's right? My self-confidence is down. Why don't I have good self-esteem? Just all of these things that don't serve you. Think about why it's in your life, why you allow it to be in your headspace, and clear it out. Because you're going to look, a good way to do that is to look at all the good things that you do have. Just be grateful for all the cups that you have. You know, it's really important to acknowledge the things that we have and be grateful, because that energy comes back to us. Middle of the month, you're going to feel really stagnant. Probably because, again, of that family stuff that comes up, the obligations, the traditions that you're going to have to face. You know, middle of the month, just take care of yourself. Take care of yourself. Don't burn yourself out. Because by the end of it, I think you're really going to come to a place of understanding and knowing what it is that you really value, what it is that you want, and how you're going to prioritize going forward. That's going to be really important. And I think being confident in yourself, no matter what the outcome is, no matter what you choose, as long as you believe in your ability to do something, to do any of this, to stand up for what you want, and then you'll get it. But to have this confidence, that is safe in and of itself, no matter what situation you're in. I think for Aries, it's really heavy on the professional side right now. You know, all these heavy planets in your top half of your chart. I think creating with your community is the big thing that I'm getting here. You have to create with your community, work with your community. Don't block people out. Use the fire within you to play with the elements that other people can contribute. I'm getting mostly earth. Earth or water. It could also be aspects of you if you have earth or water placements. Work with the people that you can trust, your friends that you know share your values, the ones that you have good banter with, the ones that it just feels natural and organic, you know, like you don't even have to question it. Those people, the ones that you click with, work with those people, because your creativity and their creativity together can create great things. But you have to work together, and you have to know what it is that you stand for. Don't just start working with people because I'm telling you to, but you have to really understand whether or not you want to be a lone wolf, or if you want to share your creative spark with other people, in tandem with other people, like work with them and then put it out there, you know? But oh, there's a fly. But again, for the next 2 months, you don't really have to do anything. Just think about it, write it down, think about, talk about it. Everything is lining up for you. You just have to take this time to prioritize how you do things, how you're going to structure things, how you want to see your ideal day to day. There's a lot of fire energy for you with Mercury and Venus being in Leo, and then later in August during Leo season, the solar eclipse in Leo. So good things for fire signs are coming up, but you have to prioritize. You have to control your flame. Don't let it go in all these places. Aries fire, it's great, it's powerful, but we tend to just shoot it into one place and then we burn ourselves out. And then we blast into another place and then we burn ourselves out. We have to control our fire this month. Know where you want to direct your energy. Know who you want to direct your energy with. Be safe. Be smart about it. Believe in yourself. And know that it's all there for you. But you have to be patient this month and then next month. You have to prioritize. I know I keep repeating myself, but that's just what I keep getting from this reading. Okay, Aries. Don't worry about it at all. Retrogrades are great. These 5 retrogrades are going to be intense with the solar eclipses, the 3 solar eclipses. But you know what? We're going to be just fine. See you next month.